let's continue. Dun, 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 dun. I want to write a gospel sketch with this wonderful, wonderful organ. I still have to send a love letter to the guy who developed this. It's a really great organ. Ooh, that's maybe too low. Maybe too low. Oh, bad, bad. Ba-dum ba-da-ba-dee-bum, baby. Ba-dum ba-da-ba-dee-bum. Ooh, I liked some of that. I did like some of that. I think we will be recording. Live. Live, 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 live. Let's mute. Yeah, I don't need that actually. And also you don't need to hear the reverb. If I don't sing, why do I have reverb on? Why is there some reverb if I just speak? That's annoying. Ba-dum-ba-da-ba-dee-bo, baby. Ra-dra-dee-dee-da-dee-do. Dra dra di do da. Ba-doom. That looks better. Ba-do-ba-da-ba-dee-bum-ba-dee-dee. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Da-da-dee-da. Ba-do-ba-dee-dee. Ba-do-ba-dee-dee. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Uh-oh. You know, it's not time for a click. The mechanics need help. Once the mechanics are somewhat solid, we do use a click. But before, we have to do some foundational work. Let's move to the other keys. It's better there. It's just better there. I can't 6 quad, right? It doesn't matter. Life is too complicated. What? No. Like so? Like so? Maybe like so. I don't know. Is this even? I think so. I think so. Hey, come on. hands, bad hands. Oh, wait. No. Come on, boy. Uh-oh. God damn it. Holy Christ. I need to loosen up. How is that strain? That's the most easy exercise. Just going diatonic. Holy Christ. Need to work on my mechanics. Ah, God damn it. Ha ha ha. No, no, boy. Put up, and 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. God damn it. My thumb is too heavy. Oh, come on. Okay. I like this one. Minor major 7. Interesting one. Get that into your hands. Ba-do-ba-da-ba-dee-beep-ba-ba-do-be. One, two, three, four. 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 Ba-ba-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-da-da. Ba-da-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-dee. Ba-da-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-dee. Mr. Quad Damage. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just doing some. We are doing some fundamental pit stop mechanical clinic, kind of, because I want to get better at the keys. And while my harmonic understanding got better, I forgot to practice my hands separately. And the last time I wanted to do left hand bass line and right hand chords, it fell apart like nothing. That's why we gotta do this. I've had a MIDI keyboard since back in the day, but never actually took playing too seriously. You really have been helping me on my journey. I'm glad I can be of some service and I'm not just wasting oxygen and resources on this planet. Every other day I wake up like, what the heck am I doing with my life? But it's good to know it helps somebody. I'm actually planning on, because I'm a self-taught person, I'm kind of trying to really get better. But I also want to help other people, especially really like you, people that teach themselves, looking YouTube videos. I lost count on how many gazillion hours I've been watching YouTube videos like a madman, trying to read some books. Like I look much more knowledgeable than I am. Like I can't play a single note of this. By ear, maybe. But if I look at this, I'm gonna start crying real soon. It's not that I cannot read music at all. But I read as slow as a first grader reads words. Like A, D, do, you know what I mean. Like it's slow. That is why I actually really do love jazz. I've been practicing my scales religiously, and I don't have a great repertoire in jazz either, but because I've been doing these kind of doing my scale practice. Like I can do a lot of stuff, piecing it together with enough time, but there's still so much that is here and there where I don't know. Like today, I want to make some samples today because I haven't for a long time. That means I won't be torturing you for hours and hours of hand-on exercises and one-handed and left-handed practice, but yeah, practice needs to happen, right? So we are stealing a little bit of So What. You are taking the word out of my mouth. Actually, really seriously, Open Studio is probably the best channel. I have a lot of channels and that I've subscribed to, and I've come to probably always keep watching Open Studio. Like I'm watching a video of Open Studio every day, kind of like really. It's almost like prayer. If you're self-taught and you like jazz, Open Studio is the place. Like, I don't know. I'll have to send them chocolate and roses because I wouldn't know half the stuff that I can somewhat play um, without them. I'll give you another link that has helped me a lot. Maybe the name is familiar. It is Barry Harris. Barry Harris Videos, I think, is the channel. Give me a second. I'll send that to you because I don't know how familiar you are with the diminished sixth scale. I talk about this every day, and I will talk about this until my final breath. My final breath will be, play the diminished sixth. These will be my last words, I'm telling you. Hold up a second, give you the link. No, seriously. Open Studio. I've been listening to Miles Davis lately. What should I do again? Do what again? Oops, sorry. Do you mean this bass line lick from So What? One sec. I'll give you the link from the Barry Harris YouTube video channel first, and then we'll keep doing the So What thing. Do you mean like? Yes. Sorry. The Chordy app calls it the major bebop scale, which is not wrong. As many things in the world, there are synonyms and synonyms. Not cinnamon, synonyms. My pronunciation may not be that great, but you know. I rather call it the diminished six. Yeah, Barry Harris, the diminished six scale. One second. There you go. So like, say we're in C major, right? Or C Ionian. Let's say we play. You're most welcome. Seriously, this has changed everything for me because like, I think the first 5 or 6 years, I played just block chords in my right hand, and I went up and down the blues scale like so. And that's all fine and dandy. But still, there's so much missing. And if we were just playing, let's say we just play clean diatonic 7 chords, right? Major 7s. Let's do major 7s first. And that's okay. It's not terrible. Okay, I already cheated. I did some stuff by muscle memory, but let's listen just again to I'll try to really stick with root position, major 7s, just diatonic in C major, and then we do the same thing in reharmonized with the diminished 6, and you will hear the difference immediately. Like, I don't know why it took me so ungodly long to, like, seriously, one more note. It makes all the difference in the world. And also, even if we say we play the flat 7, because we are in the blues context now. But let's forget about this flat 7, yeah? Let's forget about the minor 7. If we go back and look at our scale, and we were just playing triads, let's play all the diatonic triads of C major. This is our 1 major, this is our 2 minor, this is our 3 minor, this is our 4 major, it's our 5 major, that's our 6 minor, that's our diminished. Okay, cool. Let's do this again, just playing triads. But, oops. We will now also have another step to build our diatonic chord. So what's our 1 chord? Still C major. But our 2 chord has already changed. Our 2 chord is diminished now. Instead of going from, we go from down, 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 down. Just listen to the interval. Try to sing it. It already has such a different quality. And these are just triads. If we do that with 7th chords, whoo! And we don't have to be fancy. Like, we can really play block chords and we sound like, I don't know. Better than before did, definitely. Okay, let's do this again with 7th chords. I'll be playing the first 4 major 7s, first in C natural major. C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7. And we've heard this forever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I mean, you don't have to be a great singer. I'm also a very mediocre singer, but I believe that trying to sing pitches and intervals really helps to strengthen the connection, not just the muscle memory and the muscle-brain connection, but really from within. I often find that if I'm not able to sing a certain interval or phrase at all, I realize that my mind is not really clear or certain. And then I find that I struggle to play it as well. It overlaps somehow. I believe it is a really good practice. Like, don't go overboard with it, and you don't certainly need to sell a concert hall on your vocal work, but sing along sometimes. It really is super, super, super helpful. Let's do this again in a second. Let's try to listen just to C major natural, these chords, and then we will listen to the difference when we are going about. That's all okay. And I'm already kind of incorporating the slide note, which will be super handy because the way I love to think about it, like, say, if you play C major, if you play exact these same notes, do you know that you can always find the parallel minor scale of any major scale if you start it on the sixth scale degree, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or the other version would be to go down 3 semitones. 1, 2, 3, da da da. It is da 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 below our tonic, right? Da da da. C, 1, 2, 3. So, what is so interesting to me is, if we look at basic functional harmony, the seventh is a half step away from our tonic. By introducing this flat 6, we are kind of inventing a leading tune into our minor mode. At least this is a way I like to think about it. It helps tremendously with voice leading. I'll play these natural major sevenths again. Okay, make it a flat 7. But now, let's play the diminished 6 chords. And we are going to do the same thing that we would do when stacking thirds. Just always jumping, playing every other key in our scale. We now have a new scale. We have one more note that makes it look somewhat funky because we are used to look at our hands with these gaps in between. But with the diminished 6, because we have introduced another note, at first it looks a little bit wonky because now our index finger and our thumb are right next to each other. Not really, there's a half step in between that is a little bit weird at first. But let's listen to this. This is normal. And now we play this again with our new diatonics. So we first have major 6, and then we have a diminished one. Isn't that nice? I'll try to shut up so you can really hear it. It kind of really gets this old vintage gospel sound, and I've always wanted that, and I'm still miles, light years away from that. But this diminished 6 is going to help us to make it so much more believable, our mock-ups, until we really kind of get there. And it's a long way to go, but we can do beautiful harmonies with this. I mean, I love any kind of scale mode, But if I just really compare, now really my ears, they are longing for the diminished six. If I play this, the diminished six is the magic one. Oops, sorry. Let's play the sire. And there's a very good yes, of course. Cool. Thank God I'm making sense. That means I haven't had too much coffee yet. Because then my mind is racing and I'm jumping all over places. Another really cool exercise is doing counter motion in unison. We will start on the diminished six. In our case, this is A flat. I will be placing kind of both my fingers on the diminished six, and then we walk in unison, counterclockwise and back. And the diminished six makes it so it just harmonizes itself. It's insane. I haven't seen that before. I didn't understand why. I'm just happy I found Barry Harris, really. Barry Harris and the Gospel of the Diminished Six is my mission. This is why I'm on this earth, I think. So let's do this. Super simple. Going just 1, 2, da, 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 So while we are in, it already kind of mixes. We are so freed up for modal interchange, as the diminished chord is a minor chord, just a little funky. It's symmetrical. Like if we look at our parent chord, this is C major, this is C minor, this is C diminished. Oops, that is something else. This is augmented. So what do we have? We have our root, then we stake a major third, if we want to go major, or we stake a minor third. If we want to be diminished, we only stake minor thirds. Augmented, we stake a major third and what? A minor sixth. That's right. Or augmented fifths. However you want to look at it. Either you look at this interval as having raised the fifth up to the A flat, or having lowered the sixth down to the flat sixth, or minor sixth. Sorry. We could play the generic, but then we have to shift back into something else. One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four. Body, body, body. And we can play a trill. Do da de, do da de, do da de. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Triplet, 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 triplet. Maybe not triplets, maybe just swung 8 notes. Or you can make it grace notes. I really love slide notes in this context. This is probably one of, you hear me play this in every key all the time. I cannot stop it. It has been ingrained in my muscle memory. So we got the 1 major 6, then we start on the 5, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3, da, ba, ba. Or we can do it with ba da da and 1 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 Ba-da-ba-da-bum, dee-da-da-do. Ba-dum. And then we kind of go a bit more active. Let's play the blues. And we've heard this blues riff forever and ever. If we were just putting this back into a 12-bar blues kind of thing on C major, you hear this all the time. We play the major blues. Oh, come on. Is the note stuck? No, this is the major blues. We're sliding down from the flat 3 to the 3. 1, flat 3, 3. Bo-ba-de, bo-ba-de, bo-ba-de. That's also the beauty about the blues in general anyway, because we can go both ways with the blues. Like, we can build 2 different chords on our one that is like kind of modal. Welcome back, sir. That is kind of built-in modal interchange in the blues. Like, let's look at this major blues scale again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just build triads. Minor, we can do that. It's in the scale. But also, and we hear that so often, the slide. Boom da day. It's the quintessential blues flavor. It is in between modes. Because, yes, we lost a job, we lost an arm, our girl has died, God forbid. Our dog has died, even fucking worse. We are hungry, but we never lose the spirit. We may be sad. Yeah, my dog has died. No, that's not good. My baby left me, oh. But I'm feeling. You know what I mean. You know, the blues. It is sad and happy. It is this nostalgia. It is. It's hard to put in words. So what could we do? We could play our little progression that moved from sounding like okay, sorry. We're moving that back into our diminished 6 in C. And what could we do? We can pair our right hand with these harmonies in different fashion. We could either be playing the major blues, or we could be playing the parallel minor blues, which is starting on the 6. And I don't know what Cordy's issue is. I think I put in one more note. Yeah, that's better. That's our minor blues. So we can put together some exercises and trills for us. We could be going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, ba ba da ba da 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 da. we stay on a 2-chord change for now. And we don't even have to play them arpeggiated. I often can't really do the most basic stuff in my left while the right hand is busy. That's why you see my left hand stationary so often. But let's get our minor blues scale in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if you were major. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Thought this was bad. Maybe I should have landed somewhere that makes sense, but you get the idea. So we can try to connect both our hands and find some licks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Da 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 da. And you may see I am already putting this A flat in there, which is not strictly in the blues scale, but we will be using it as a slide note. Do da di. 1 and 2 and 3 and slide note or diminished six. We could harmonize with that if we wanted to, but I like dra 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 di dra di dra di ya. That's one of these cadences you hear in blues all the time. Dra di ya. If you hear Ella Fitzgerald, she's scatting like that always, like insane. Dra di ya, dra di ya, dra di ya. Dra di ya. Draria, do da da de, draia, drai, dra di da de, da de, yeah. It almost has the same tear and tension like our minor six. Da de. It is calling us to for finding a resolution for this tension. I mean, like, this is the home one, but we could go C minor six. Could do a flat seven. And now jumping back into the diminished. We only have to do one more thing. Move flat to 5. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Dominant 7. Major 6. Minor 6. Diminished. And that is so practical for voice leading, because if you just play diminished chords, you can actually really tell what key you're in. Unless you have a bass player or anything that is really anchoring harmonies. As the diminished chord is really the most funky one, it is symmetrical. If we look at any other chord, let's use a major chord, we can find that it has a characteristic that can be distinguished. If we invert the C major, it will sound somewhat different, but not really. Mostly it is maybe sounding a little bit more bright, a little bit more dark, depending where we play it, but the general quality or character of the sonic quality doesn't really change if we invert it. I had a point that I was about to get to. Now I lost my thought. Lost my train of thought. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm not always super good at explaining. Oh yeah, that's it. And now I found it back. Why the diminished chord is so beautiful. Exactly. Why the diminished chord is so practical for voice leading is, if we were just to do an exercise in with diminished chords, let's say we play this. Like we would hear this very often, maybe in on television, especially when there's a mystical thing happening. If we play up and down only diminished stuff without putting anything more into context, it is almost impossible to distinguish the tonic, so to speak. With everything else, this is C minor. If I invert it, I'm still hearing C minor. Exactly. Yes, thank you. Because a diminished chord is symmetrical, it does not change when inverted, because the inversion of something that is symmetrical is, well, it actually kind of did not change, right? Because if you have, like, say, an interval pattern of -3, -3, -3, it doesn't make any much of a difference. It all sounds really so much of the same. We cannot connect a tonic to it. But for something like C major, maybe, I always hear this is C major. If I hear any other chord, it could be D minor. Maybe let's play that somewhere else. I will be able to distinguish maybe just one chord alone, because one chord could be shared among different keys. It could be a couple of keys maybe that has a clean diatonic D minor in there. But we will be able to narrow down the tonality with a diminished chord. Really try to do that. It's really fun. If you play only diminished chords, you could probably play almost anything. It gets somewhat atonal, but it almost always works because there's not a real reference point. Also, yeah, I need to practice that. And the beauty is really we can go in and out of these. Bo-da-ba-dee-bop. Bo-da-ba-da. Isn't that nice? Like, we can go from this diminished into an inversion of our. It has just it just adds to voice leading. Like, if we were to trying to play a kind of 2-5-1, right? In C major. So what does that mean? 2-5-1 D G C. In the context of a blues, we will be playing dominant chords. 1 dominant 7 or 1 flat 7, C7. Then we play an inversion of our 4 chord. We could go like this. And we have heard this forever and ever, right? Got blues, alright. Yeah, you know, this kind of basic stuff. But if we want to insert more chords, we could. Let's say we want to play this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the blues every day. And we want to go to our 5 chord, right? We want to go to our 5 chord. Let's play that in a different inversion. And we want to put in one more. We want to put in this diminished chord before we get there. We can almost slide there. Da-ro, da-ro, da-ro. Yeah, really, really, really practical. I think just when you were about to leave, I don't know if you saw it before, still about this concept about the diminished six. One very practical exercise that I don't do nearly enough is doing scale work in opposite directions and together. And we will, like we were on C, but we will start on our diminished six, and you will see how interesting it is because it kind of harmonizes itself. So I'll put, I don't know, maybe my index or my middle finger for starting on our diminished six, A flat. And then we will go just diatonically. We go, let me close the window. They are not finished with this construction, but soon. Oh, God. My God. These people have been stealing the last of my marbles for the last weeks. Oh my God. I just need to be gone. I don't hear the harmonies. I'll be a grimy grandpa if I should get old. What will you feel? Okay, long story short, let's do a little scale exercise on our diminished six. We will start, you can see squat, right? I'll put both my fingers on my diminished six, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, da, diminished, and then we go back. Da, 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 da. I need to do more exercises to doing these large chord changes. We are not jumping around that much. Pretty close voicings. I don't have big hands. Like, I'm a very average sized guy with maybe average hands. Maybe my hands are slightly bigger than average for my size, but certainly for the piano, I should not look at Rachmaninoff. Like, I've been watching a couple of videos last night, and the problem that I said before, like I need to work on some on I need to work on my spread voicings, that I'm not always just holding down for a bar like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my right hand is soloing single notes. It is okay. Sometimes it's also fine, but especially when you do a lot of solo work, there's a lot of room. And yeah, but for these close voicings, I don't know how big or small your hands are, but I hope you don't have to do too crazy stretching for this, because I really do have very average hands, and playing, like say, this major 6 chord is not really putting any strain on my hands. An octave also still is okay. Everything above an octave gets somewhat uncomfortable. I can still reach a nines. I don't think I can play a nines when it happens fast. Probably have to cheat and use a pedal. But like, there's people that make an octave look like a fifth. Like, I remember I've been watching a video from a jazz guy, and like in the middle of the video, I'm just realizing, like, hold up. How big are this brother's hands? Is he playing in the NBA? Is he Wemby, or who the fuck is he? He had hands like, I really like, I struggle playing in nines. Like I could, but I practice nines. I usually never play them, not with one hand, because it's already quite a stretch. But very many pianists, oh my god, like don't injure yourself. Also, like, we are all coming from different places. Do not go berserk, please. It is very good that you do your stretching and exercises, and we can make some gains there, but there's also a biological limit that we will have to accept. If we're built like NBA players or built like Rachmaninoff, and we can play a 13th, which is... That shocked me. I just got a heart attack. I forgot we were still recording, and it looped around and started playing. Like, I was like, when this Wurlitzer started playing, I need to lay low on the coffee. That's not healthy. I said this every day. I need to lay low on the coffee. And next thing you heard is me slurping. I should be injecting noradrenaline straight into my chest at this point. This will be probably more healthy. My stomach is gone up. Anyway, not talking so much nonsense. Let's get back. What I want to say is, it is good to do your stretching exercises. It's really amazing. It's the best thing you can do. I think most musicians do not do stretching exercises nearly enough. I certainly don't. But do not go overboard. Like, there's this anecdote. I don't know what pianist it was. I think it was maybe Liszt. I have to look it up and verify. But he wanted to just get better and better and reach bigger octaves and whatnot. And he invented an apparatus that stretched his fingers. But he went overboard with it, and he destroyed his hands in the end. He couldn't play anymore because he destroyed the ligaments in his hands by overstretching it with this kind of medieval torturing apparatus that he thought would be so genius to use, just to have a bigger spread. Don't go too crazy. Always listen to your body. Like, I should probably take a break in the next 5 or 10 minutes because I'm rather tense in my lower arm, and I'm not a doctor or nothing, but basic anatomy knowledge. The hand is a puppet in the sense that it doesn't have muscle of its own. All the muscles that move the hand are in our arms, and it's kind of remote controlled on the strings. And we need to be able to play loose. We cannot have tension built up here too much. Otherwise, our motion will freeze. And that's why stretching is important. But don't overstretch. And don't stretch cold. Warm up before stretching. Warm up with something easy, stretch and keep playing. Oh yeah, one more thing that is actually very interesting to know. I think many people will realize it. But let's if we say we want to like there is a limit, an anatomic limit to independence of these extremities. Like we can move our thumb, like probably the only reason why it's still on this planet, the opposable sum is supposedly why we had an evolutionary chance, right? We have this grip that we can use and do minute work with precise things and whatnot, how we invented stuff. But not all fingers are created equal. Like the thumb is not a finger at all. That's why we call it a thumb. And it's on the opposite side. And it's so much shorter. Also, the keys are not created equal. Actually, if we look at it, like if we just look how beautiful a piano actually is, we find out that the white and the black keys are very much different. If we were to place our three bigger fingers on this group of black notes and just let our hands rest and fall comfortably, we find out that, not surprisingly, these keys have been made crazy ergonomic. If we are placing our longer fingers here, our thumb fits perfectly. Like, look at this. It is like it has been cut just for these hands. Yes, it has. But what I wanted also to say about... Oh, it's getting dark in here. Sun is moving around. What I also wanted to say about, if we try to lift every finger independently, we will also find out some fingers move absolutely free and some don't. Don't go crazy with your your ring finger, and your five finger. These two fingers, they belong together. Speaking about the thing of the hand being a puppet, every finger except these two has their own string. You can't absolutely make a pinky move without the ring, and you can't absolutely make the ring move without the pinky. They are stuck together. Not absolutely, but to some extent. So do not try to do something super crazy with them, because we can get injured kind of fast also. And if you have chronic issues, that is a tough pill to swallow. A good friend of mine just told me like he has carpal tunnel. That's not the same, but like all the chronic pain things, and when you cannot stop exposure to the stressor, it can be really nasty. Do not go overboard. If you find there's tension, stop. If there's pain, stop immediately. And that's really important. I remember days when I was super new to piano and I was so tense. I was like, no, I want to play this. I have to play this. I must play this. No, I don't. I really don't. I need to have these hands healthy for as long as they can be. And if they can do something, cool. And if not, then no. No, don't. I have to look up who it was, because it's really sad. Imagine being an outrageous musical genius like Liszt or anyone. Maybe I'm mistaking the name, but it was one of the very famous composers. And imagine losing your ability to play. You are already like one of the best, kind of. But you have to just take it overboard and destroy it all. Just to... People are never happy. We always want more. We can never just be we can never be satisfied. It's crazy. Okay, let's get back to to playing this diminished six and pairing it let me show you again. Absolutely. I mean, of course, do practice and be serious about it, but listen to your body. Like, all extremes are never good. Like, what is a good saying from Paracelsus, like one of the ancient medicine guys? It is not poison, it is the quantity that determines if it's poison or not. Poison in the right quantity is medicine, and medicine in the wrong quantity is fucking poison. Same with anything. A little sport or a good session of exercise is healthy. None is lethal, and too much is also not healthy. We have to find a middle ground. Probably the hardest part for the human condition, because we always want to have the max for whatever unnecessary reason. But how can I make this better? This thing is in the way. How can I do this better? How could I do this better? Maybe like so. Okay. So the diminished six. You said this is a stretch. I don't know how big or small your hands are. But really, like say, if I play an octave, that's still fine. No stress. This nines, I'm getting some slight tension. I can do that for some time. But like, no, I'm not reaching that nines. Oh my god. Like, you see what's happening there? I can't play that. And I would never force myself to, because it doesn't make sense. I could do this maybe for a second, but it's not like I could replicate this and execute this efficiently, reliably, and certainly not in something intricate that goes fast. So while there's probably not too little music that will utilize on left-hand voicings that consists out of a, what is it? This is 8, 9, 10. I can't play a tenth for the life of me. I'm telling you, that's not gonna fly. Octave plus 2 is perfect. This is the same for me. Like I can plus 1. Octave, 1. Plus 2, then you don't need to do something crazy, man. Like seriously, if you... I think an octave plus 2 is really decent. That means you can play a tenth. You just saw me trying to play a tenth. I can't. If you can do that, but actually really play it, that's cool. I cannot. I wouldn't know how to. Oh no, that's a nines. Even I just slipped back to the nines. I can play a tenth, but let's play this diminished 6 again. It should not be difficult for you. Like this should really not be difficult for you. Your hands are bigger than mine. Hold up. How can I make this work? So we go 1, 3. Hold up. What's better? How do I do this good? Like. Yeah, I mean, like, otherwise you probably be Rachmaninov or an NBA player, because like a tenth is not small. Like I cannot play a tenth. It's not even is it not comfortable. It is not really attainable. Like you saw how my hands were on the outside of the key. I wasn't even on the key. I was almost below and beside the key. I can't make that happen. But there's the pedal. So we can try and our right hand, slow and simple. Let's stay in 2 chords. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Going in and out of the 2 chords. Oh, one more thing that is probably to be noted about the diminished 6. Let's play them again and see what is actually happening in this scale again. So, our 1 chord is a C major 6 in root position. Our 2 chord is a diminished 7. Our next chord is again C major 6, just inverted 1 time. One, 2, 3. First inversion C major. What's next? A diminished. The diatonic chords of the diminished 6, they will change from a major 6, diminished. Inversion major 6, diminished. Another inversion major 6, diminished. Hold up, my brain is slow. Diminished. And then we have one that seems to fall out of the place. So, again, major 6, diminished. Inversion major 6, diminished. Inversion major 6, diminished. And A minor 7. How does that make sense? And why do we have always 6s and diminished chords, and now we have an A minor 7? Well, let's invert this A minor 7 and see what it becomes. If we are moving this A up an octave, what do we get? We get a major 6 again. Look at that. Let's stay on the 1 chord and we play the blues scale. Oops, sorry. One and 2 and 1 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Let's incorporate our A flat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1. And we can play a mixture. We could play just the diminished 6, and we can mix playing the diminished 6 with blues scale. We can play. Or a super classical blues trill, like if we were... We've heard this forever and ever and ever and ever, always. And what is happening there? We're sliding from the flat 3 to the natural 3. And when we play 5, 6, and 1. And what is that? 5, 3, 5, and 6, and 1 makes our major 6 again. There it is. It is just appreciated. And we don't realize it when we listen to it in a blues context. If we were in a 12 bar, like. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7. Okay, I can't count. You must know I can't count for the life of me. That's why I will be doing bibbly babbly boo, because that's easier for me. I can make better subdivisions, because if I think about counting, I get lost real quick. And now back to diminish. And because the diminished chord is a minor chord, I'd kind of be playing probably a little bit more on the side of the A minor blues than the C major blues. It's the same, just starting at a different spot. We just start in the 6. So, in that context, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, da, do, de, da, da, do. And of course, this is just to get it under our fingers. In reality, probably what we would find is some accentuation. Like, we just listen to a lot of this music and try to think about it, like boop ba dee ba doo ba ba. Like there's accents here and there. We won't be going like no accent straight 8th note, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like this is not we are not the Terminator. We will be like ba da ba ba be ba da ba. The blues is a playful thing. Bo do ba ba beep bo bo. That's what it is. Let's play with dynamics. Dynamics are everything. Dynamics are everything. It doesn't matter if the note is good. If it's too loud, if it's too silent, it's not good. Silent. All right. Happy practice. I gotta take a break. I got some stress in my arm. Alright, it was a pleasure. Catch you later. And also, I should get some sunlight on my skull. I need to not only work these hands, but I got lazy. I used to be an amateur amateur hobby basketball player. But once we find out that we won't be playing ball for the Lakers, we will get so lazy. Ooh, that was good. Not good. Yeah, I need to take a break. Yeah, most welcome. And really, please do check out Barry Harris. All the stuff that I know is really half-baked knowledge that I'm trying to piece together. And while I'm starting to connect some dots, I really have so many gaps and holes and questionable information maybe, or misunderstood information. Yeah. So take everything that I do and say with a grain of salt, especially when it comes to technique. If you do have the chance, find a teacher or find a good piano player in your area that you can at least consult to help you with posture. Because I believe like we can do a lot at home, but there's things that we cannot really see. I can't see myself from the outside. I cannot correct my posture. If there is a piano teacher and he told me like, dude, did you realize that your elbow is always doing this unnecessary motion and it's gonna limit you? That is very helpful information that we often get way too late. Often we just realize we have a problem because we can play something that we think we could or should, and incorrect or insufficient mechanics and technique is usually the main reason. And with everything learned, a little short anecdote, before I started playing basketball in a team, I just played street ball by myself. And while I was able to shoot the basket, of course, if you try to reinvent the wheel, it's not always going to be the best wheel. So I had a jump shot, I hit, but my technique was trash. And the first thing my coach did, he put me down and drilled practice. Like I had this thing like, you're kind of supposed to have a somewhat orthogonal elbow and whatnot. And mine was shifted to the other side, you know? I was making shots and I was good on my team. But my coach was always like, Abdallah, elbow, get your elbow in. In practice, after some time, and it was hard practice, like muscle memory is a bitch. Once you have ingrained something in your brain, it's really hard to get rid of. It is like, I love this. Sorry, I'm super bubbly. I need to really take a break. I love this one sentence from the movie Inception. Nothing is more contagious than an idea. Once it has gotten hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to get rid of. Now, that is just a thought. Think about muscle memory. That goes so much deeper into a subconscious level. Yeah, staying motivated is a real challenge, but actually, I've come to try to deviate this thought because motivation is not something that you can guarantee. The only thing that you can guarantee is good practice. We have to try to condition ourselves. I mean, of course, it is much easier to keep momentum going when we are motivated. But motivation alone cannot be our motor. Because what are we going to do if for some reason the muse is not there, motivation isn't there? Does that mean we can't practice at all? Maybe it will be less fun, but we need to find a way to develop a culture for ourselves that we can do our routine. Yes, of course, motivation is great, but with a better practice routine, we are not questioning, like, say I woke up groggy, I'm hungover, I haven't slept well. Maybe my lifestyle isn't so great, I'm maybe a little bit depressed. That could go on for weeks. Does it mean I can't play? That is crazy. If I just play when I feel happy, boy, oh boy, there won't be any stream. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, have a good one. Catch you later. Stay funky. Just groove it. May the muse be with you all, fellow funky people. Play the piano. It is an amazing instrument. Play any instrument. Just do whatever makes you feel happy. I just noodle. I just noodle. That's perfect. This is exactly the spirit I'm talking about. And I can't always do that, but especially lately. And that's also a reason why I stream. If I wasn't streaming as much, I would be not doing as much music because if I know I can't be seen, it is much harder to procrastinate because I know there's maybe people coming. I can't just sit here, pick my nose, smoke a cigarette or whatever, and just waste time because I feel like I'm wasting everybody's time then. And this is kind of like a trick to make myself hold myself more accountable. It is a little bit sad that we can't do this, or at least it is much easier to do this when we know we are seen, but I think we need to cultivate it because if I am aware that I'm a lazy ass, this should be alarmingly enough. I don't need to go out in public, so I have a reason not to be lazy, right? I should try to not be lazy when I'm all by myself. All right, guys, that's it. Excellent. That's perfect, Marlene. Really, just always keeping going. Every day, we try to reach and progress incrementally. Like, we really need to learn to fall in love with the process because when we work and work and work, the learning curve is very different. Sometimes learning goes super fast and we feel super motivated. And then we want to learn a certain piece or a certain technique. And then we think like, oh my God, I think I can't play at all. Or some days I feel like, oh my God, the muse of Art Tatum or Ray Charles is channeling through me. I'm not doing this. And another day I'm thinking like, what is your business with the piano? Dude, you can't play for the life of you. Anyway, long story short, enjoy the life, noodle some keys, play the strings. And I was kind of lazy. Like we were thinking about harmonies, but what I have to do later when I stream again will be more mechanics and some clinical exercises because I need to get away from block chords. I play a lot of solo jazz piano. And if you really want to do solo jazz piano, these block chords won't be cutting it for long. There's too much space that needs to be covered. Anyway. Symptoms of real symptoms. Oh God, symptoms of reality podcast. Yeah, I really need to take a break. I can't read. Symptoms of reality. That took me way too long. Yeah, I'll get your channel. I'll stop by. What? Nobody's bothering me. Like, seriously, guys, you don't know how helpful it is. Because every time somebody asks me a question, it really puts my knowledge to the test. Like I say, I'm self-taught. Every time I'm explaining something or try to explain something, this is tremendously helpful for me. Because if I am able to explain it, that means I have a slight chance that it actually may have been understood in the first place. And what I always love to say is, if I make anything sound complicated, then I will have made a terrible job explaining. Yes, I do remember we were. It was 2 or 3 days ago. Recon sent you. I was on his stream for 30 minutes, and I was like, "Hey, you guys are really cool. Thanks for the invitation." And he kept praising me, saying what kind of great musician I was. And I was like, dude, cut it out. Like I know where middle C is. All right. Nah, you guys have a great one. Catch you later. Before I keep bubbling and wasting some oxygen. Yeah, I'm glad you found me too. I'll get that channel in a second. Once I'm off stream, I'll put that in there. Okay, maybe we're gonna do that. One more thing. This is a blues lick you have heard forever and ever and ever and ever, and it is good practice. So we play super vanilla. A C7, C, major third, perfect fifths, flat 7. Yeah, can never stop noodling. And then in our right hand, we will be playing a slide. Do, re, flat 3, 3, do, re, flat 3, 3, 5, 6, 1, do, da, da, day. And it feels good to play this. It feels really good. It is a good warm-up exercise. But I think it feels really good in the hands. You go from, you slide down, flat 3, 3, ba, da, 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 dee, do. And then we play. Oh, sorry. So what would that be actually? It is. If we were just looking at the diatonics, we go. You don't have to play it with all the slides if that's a little bit difficult at first. But as... Oops, sorry. With these slide notes, you make it more bluesy. And if you know Gene Harris, he goes like crazy with... He plays trills like a crazy man. And I love Gene Harris. So I cannot hold the camera. Like I have to put that on something else, I think. Oh, hold up. Does this work? I'm really slow. If this works, I'm the most stupid man on earth. Why am I holding this? If I can maybe just put it into the spider of my microphone. That would be so amazing. And then I don't have to do squat and hold this camera upwards while playing, because it really locks up my other hand. That is not very helpful. How can we make this better? Oh my god. I need to get something that makes it easier for me with this. God damn it. Sorry for the shaking. Probably feels like we are on a cruise ship in bad weather. Come on now. This is not good. Not good enough. Oh, sorry. How can we make this better? A minor arpeggio. And we are playing Summertime all of a sudden. So now we have a C minor 6. And the first arpeggio that would come into my brain, but hold up, you said A minor 7. Let's see. What is that? That's not good. That's better. Okay. Well, no, it's not your fault. And I can never stop playing. Sorry. So we could have a minor 6 in our left. And this camera still really has really bad angle, right? Like, oh god. Yeah, I'll can we do this a little bit better? Like this, it feels like we are on a cruise ship. Come on now. It shouldn't be that difficult. How can we make this good? I'm struggling. Come on now. Why? I just want you to be nice and just overhead shot like, not weird, just a clean, simple picture. Why is this so difficult? Dear Lord. Oh my god. Sorry. I want to give you a good shot. That's not total rubbish. I think that's okay. Okay. It's okay for now. So what were we doing for first the major thing? So C major 7, 1, major third, perfect fifths, flat 7. If we were in the bass, we could do the bass is now not in shot, but just believe me that I'm doing that. But we are not going into walking bass because that's really not easy. I can play walking bass and do intricate stuff. If I'm lucky, if I just do left hand alone, the walking bass is not falling apart instantly. But my hand interdependency, yeah, I need to really drill this practice into. So just to have a beginning chance at making some kind of blues. Gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. Flat 3, 3, 5, 6. Do ba do that. Ba ba. And 1 and 2, 3, 1. Together. And often you find this umpa rhythm, like and 1 and 2 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 and 1 and 2. And you see it's falling apart. That's why we stay stationary for now. Sorry. And 1 and 2, 3. And then something we have heard very often, it is, we are going, if we're just playing the thirds, it sounds something like this. And you've heard this forever. Let me play, I play the octave C, just to anchor it. Let's invert these intervals so we have a bigger spread. Let's invert it down. So this A falls here. And what am I doing wrong? What did I do? Sorry, I got lost in a thought. Anyway, a little lick, and one, and ba ba do ba ba. We could play more. We could start on the one. Oops. One and two and three and four and one. One and two and three and four and one. And here, like, here's again the beauty of why we do love the diminished six. It's perfect. And we've heard this also very often. Ba do ba dee ba, beep ba ba. Ba do ba dee do bap. Ba do ba. Also, break it up. Like, some is legato, some is staccato, some short, some long, some accentuated. Play with it. Like, think of yourself. You are the blues band. You are doing call and response. You're going like, every day, ba do ba de ba. What could be the answer for dee da do de da, da 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 do do de, dee da do de da, da 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 do do do. Like, there could be so many answering lines. You just play what your heart tells you. That's a super classical one. Now we go to F, an inversion. Sorry. That is the one part. But what is also very nice to play is sliding. Sliding these notes. We're gonna anchor with our thumb, if we do this right-handedly, on our tonic. And we're gonna be going and one, and two, and three. If you're having some problems playing this, I think last night I was working a little bit on my left hand, and what better way to learn your left hand when learning a really cool bass line. We were working on one of the forever standards. So what, right? It has been there forever. In So What is in D Dorian. But we could kind of learn this blues lick almost not having to play any yeah, it's possible. Well, often it's really just this, no? 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Woke up this morning and the coffee was gone. Woke up this morning at the crack of dawn. Absolutely. Oh, goddammit. Like, there it is again. This weird ass number. Here it is. These are the guys that I've been telling you, like, since a month or so. I'm gonna Google that number. That must be put on the block list. This must be some weird ass scamming call center. Okay, sorry. Let's do this slow. My hands are sweating. I really need to take a break. I was saying this little lick. This. I woke up this morning. Yeah. The quintessential Forever Blues riff. No, I just wanted to show off, and that's what happens. I didn't practice, I want to show something funky, and it's gone. Long story short, flat 3, 3. It's a nice intro also. Like, you can make this getting in there, like. The band is almost kind of still in sound check. Oh, if we were playing a trill, let's do this in a higher register. The trill is found like crazy in blues. You can't see my hand, but I'm doing this. And you can do a very beautiful motion. You can do 4, flat 5, 5. Ba 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 blah. And we've heard this also forever. Jumping from one tritone. Like, try to make different pattern and groupings, and you will find you will invent half of the blues that has ever been written, like, instantly, because it had just so many notes. Like, I mean, seriously. We're just using really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this instance. But the other blues, like, we play C major, sliding from C minor into C major. Then we play an inversion of F. Usually I'm not sliding from both flat notes. I'm usually just sliding from the 3. But I will slide into the other chord sometimes from. But most often I don't slide on the second chord at all. And then we slide into the other. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 3, 5, 1, 4, 6, 1, 5, flat 7. Of course, it doesn't really, it's not so easy to um, do it kind of in sync when you have two syllables, like. That's why you hear me scatting so often. It makes things more easy. I don't have to squeeze syllables. So we could also really just do this like so. Wow, really, for really, that's insane that they call you too. But like, there's so much bots and scamming going on. You know, it's crazy nowadays. It will only get worse from here. Like, what is it called? Like the ghost is out of the bottle. The genie's left the bottle. It's not going back. We are, unless there will be some serious legislation, which is also really hard to enforce on an international level. This artificial yada yada will it will make us all very, very miserable in the long run. Not to mention this planet. The energy consumption is it's ridiculous. But what was that? Sorry, I'm starting to play random. You know, guys, I really have to get off here now. Eat something, drink some water, and close back headphones and glasses are super annoying in summer. Like, also, really, glasses and headphones, they are... I have to find a system that works. Because often I get super painful pressure on my ears. Because the... yeah. Anyway. Try to make some exercises for yourself, either both-handed or one-handed, but like really trying to get a better feel. For the most part, I didn't try to play super pretty. I just wanted to show. But also my technique is lacking. I have to do a lot of... Like, I've been watching a lot of classical pianists lately because they are the true masters of technique. Like, they can do crazy stuff. They can play trills super fast and super silent. I don't know how they do it. I don't want to know how much practice time they spend in really just the execution of playing, like, these super fancy, fast, but delicate, well-accentuated trills. This is beyond me. I'm happy if I can make something not fall apart in 4 bars and not absolutely smack the keys and have some dynamic control. But boy, oh boy, classical pianists are they're on a different level. That was something like Summertime. And all right, you guys. Catch you later. Happy practice. And I need to Symptoms of Reality podcast. That is the YouTube channel. I'll get you guys. Copy.